And we back. Episode 23.
We live.
And we got some guests.
Yes, who do we have?
Who do we have here?
Let's start with the beautiful lady to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Christy. Hello, everybody.
Hi, Christy. And what's your name?
My name is Chunk. How y'all doing?
Okay.
Glad to be here.
They're a couple too.
They're a couple.
They're
We back. We got a married couple
married.
up here. You know, we have a married couple.
Yeah.
Look at the rings. Look at the rings. Look at the blings. Look at the
You gotta
blings.
show y'all rings. You got what Beyonce said? My rock.
How long y'all been married for?
Not even a year yet.
Not even a year.
We about to touch a year.
So
Oh,
you
so y'all
newlyweds.
still
Newlyweds.
Yeah.
Newlyweds.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're gonna get into their whole story because this is y'all show today. But first, we like to start off asking our guests about mental health. Like, how are you feeling this week? So we can start from this way to this way, you know? So how are you feeling today on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm feeling good.
So that's a 10?
That's a 10.
Oh, you feeling a 10?
I'm feeling a 10.
Amen.
Ooh, I like that.
10. I came here to bring 100. You know, come on.
Okay,
Period.
okay,
Came here to bring you 100. I feel 10.
Feel great.
I feel good, bro.
How you feeling, my brother?
I'm still at a 7.
Why 7? You not a 9?
Nah, I'm always in 10s, but I'm still at a 7.
What happened?
Because I got a lot of nerve pain going on. Like,
Oh, so
this
the pain
weekend.
is fucking with you.
It's fucking me. But I don't know what, because this is going to be maybe 10 years this year since I've been in the chair.
Ooh, this shit 10.
And what happens is, like, if my pain been, like, I've been dealing with it. Usually a 7, I could deal with it and all that stuff. But I don't know what happened for the past week. It just been up a 10. I don't know what changed in my body. I'm about to just go to the doctors.
You're going to have to
and
figure it
that shit
out. Make
I
sure
don't
it's
know
no
what the-
autonomic, just, you know,
Yeah,
shit.
I don't know. But, man. And I take pain.
Where do you feel it at?
My whole body. It feel like
So it's your
like,
whole body.
Yeah.
Damn.
It feels like my body's on fire.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the feeling I had when I first got shot.
That's
crazy.
That's crazy. Bro said he said the 10's coming on 10 years, man. I
Gotta
remember the first
celebrate
year.
that.
I remember when he hit me, man. I still feel like yesterday when bro hit me. Oh,
Wow.
Time
first
flies.
time.
Time flies, yeah.
It's been how long for you?
For who? Me?
Yeah.
This 10 years for me last year, so it'll be 11 years this year. He was right after me. This is my little
Wow.
June.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I mean,
11, 10.
I feel like I'm at a 10 because I've had a
Okay.
revelation.
Let's go.
I've had a revelation, and I decided that I'm gonna put all my energy and focus into myself and things that make me happy. So that's obviously me getting my body back to its best health, so I can walk again, because that's what I'm gonna do. Because I never put my energy into that. I never just put my energy into myself. I'm a people person, so I'm like a people pleaser. And it's like now it's time for me to take care of me. My son is doing so well. He's about to start school in September. So it's like, all right, mommy, now it's time for you to focus on you so you could be good for him in the long run. So that's what's
right.
So I'm at a 10.
What's up?
I've been chilling.
Facts.
Sis at a 10.
I'm at a
I
fucking
love that.
10.
I love that.
the
Give me
first
some.
10.
This is my
Bro, you
first
let them
10.
Get him.
This is my first 10. So yes, I'm excited.
First 10.
How you feeling, bro? You better be a motherfucking
I'm 10, nigga. I'm 10, nigga.
10
Your boy
wins,
just came
nigga.
back from Cali, man.
Hey.
Yeah,
I'm
what
10.
you was doing?
Nigga, what? Shooting a movie.
Hey.
Ooh, we filming out here.
My son was on some dun 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 dun.
Everybody was
Uncle Bitey.
What's your nigga name? Martin.
What's the dude from
Dragonfly
Dragonfly
Jones.
Jones?
Dragonfly Jones, yeah.
Nah, but yeah, I had a great
How
time.
was it?
Man. I feel that shit was, bro, like a once in a lifetime
Silence.
experience. That shit was, it was
That
just
nigga
dope,
really
man.
solid.
Yeah.
Silence.
Nah, it was different, man. Everyone on set was nice. It was just a dope experience, man. I never been through nothing like that. I've been on set a few times, like for different like commercials and little
Right.
acting and modeling jobs, and stuff, but not to that extent.
Nah.
It was dope, man.
That
yeah, it
shit,
was
when
just,
I seen that shit, I'm like, oh,
just really eye opening, man. Yeah.
I'm like, oh God, I know celebrities.
So
Wait,
yeah.
so what type of
I feel
part-
great. I'm
what
back.
type of
And
part
it-
you at?
And especially like to be coming from where I was, like, February, everybody knew I was sick. I was in the hospital for like 2 weeks, February, and back in March, I went again to the hospital. So,
Bro, he said, what type of role you on?
what type of role I had?
Yeah.
Oh, I had I was playing a kung fu master,
Get
a
out.
sensei. I had a whole
Get out.
class and everything. They had me doing stunts. I was flipping the stuntmen and all that. I was beating them down, like it was flipping them in the wheelchair. Oh, they shopping it to Netflix and stuff like that. So it's supposed to be like, they got to edit. They still.
It's gonna take a while to drop.
Exactly. They've been filming for a week and a half prior to me even getting it.
Right.
And
It's
then
gonna
they
take
still
some time.
filming. Yeah, they still got like another 2 weeks of film to do. So then they got to edit and all that stuff. So that, it's just.
So we'll keep you
the stuff,
updated
politics.
on the show.
I think
Make sure
y'all got
tune
to
in.
tune in
I
and
love
see
it.
that joint.
Pack the
love it.
movie disc.
Y'all better make sure y'all see it.
Facts,
Coming in your
facts.
karate game.
But everybody pay for movies at home now, so pack them couches
Yeah.
up. Watch
Yeah.
around
So yeah, that's what's I'm in the 10, baby. I feel
That's a
great.
blessing.
So yeah.
Thank God to God. How you feeling today,
How you
beautiful?
feel?
I'm definitely going to say I'm a 10.
Woo,
Cause
yeah.
Go.
So damn, everybody at 10, but
Listen,
Mr.
We gotta pour some of our energy back
Let's
into
pour
my
some
bros.
love in
Right,
it, Jesse,
right,
because this
right.
is crazy.
Nah,
Give me some
man.
pain medication. I'll be all right.
Some drugs. He must have.
Hey, you speaking on
Listen,
your
I know he
word.
in pain. He's squeezing that water bottle like it's a motherfucking stress ball. God damn.
Pain.
Why you at a 10, my love?
Oh, because we're here with you guys
Wow,
and we're going to
that's-
make
that's
history,
love.
you know?
That's love.
Mm,
Say
nice.
that.
That's
Say
it.
It's
that.
gonna be a
Speak it
movie.
into existence, baby.
Oh,
What's
thanks,
up?
thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
So
That's good. That's good. I feel like, energy good. You know what I'm saying? Things is going well. I'm glad everybody's level-headed and stuff like that. That's good. Especially in these times. It's a blessing.
it's
Absolutely.
definitely a blessing.
Absolutely.
We do something called French facts, and then we give lives advice. But when we have guests, we don't like to get too deep into it because then we could ramble on for hours. But I do want to just leave with a word because I've been feeling really positive lately. So I just want to say, somebody told me, one of my cousins, she told me, like, anything that's not adding on to you, let it go. Like, it's not important. Don't put value onto people who don't value you. You know what I mean? And that can be work relationships, that can be friendships, that can be siblings, that can be, family, whichever. So if someone's not adding on to you and every time you're around someone you feel drained or something like that, you have to learn to protect your energy. You can love someone, but you can love them from a distance so that they can no longer affect you. So many people are
Absolutely.
so sad, and it's because they're always giving. And when you need, who can you look to? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and when I say give, I'm not talking about financially or not just financially. I'm talking about like mentally, emotionally, like pouring into others.
Yeah.
Pour into those who pour into you, and you will never feel empty. If you continuously pour into people that's not coming into you, you're going to be, you get what I'm saying? You're going to be sitting there at the end, and then this person's going to be up, and then like, oh, when you're down, they're going to be looking like,
Right.
what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
It's you. So yeah, I literally cut out so much negativity out of my life these last few weeks, and it worked. And I just urge everybody to do it. It's the best feeling in the world. Focus on what makes you happy and realize that life, you only get one chance. I mean, unless you believe in, God and reincarnation, because I do. But I'm not going to push my beliefs on y'all. Don't want anybody to block us. But, just love yourself. That's it. And those are the French facts, period.
Let's get it. Yeah.
Right.
I like that. I like
I
that.
dig it.
Yeah,
I
that's
dig
good.
I definitely like that.
You got to have happy shit, So let's get into real shit now. Okay, we got Christy and Chunk on this bitch. All right, so
It's a pleasure to be here.
let's get into your individual stuff. What kind of disability do you have, and when did you gain it?
I have cerebral palsy. It's actually something at birth. I was born prematurely. My mother gave birth to me at 6 months.
Okay.
And I was only 3 pounds and given 24 hours to live. And I'm happy to say we are 40
Yes.
and I'm still here.
God is so good.
So no
So,
complaints.
Can you explain to I believe she's our first guest with cerebral palsy? Or
No, we have somebody.
second?
But it's different.
It's different levels. So can you explain what cerebral palsy is to you and what it affects on your body?
Well, according to statistics and doctors, I have spastic hemiplegia, which is predominantly to the left side of my body, but there are different levels. So some could be very mild, while others could be extremely severe. Some folks, experience speech impairments, while others don't, and so
yours is mild.
it's considered mild. Yes.
Girl, I just thought you was in a wheelchair. So, growing up with CP, because that's what we call it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, growing up with CP, how was it for you? Because you're from Brooklyn, right? So growing up in the hood, and then you had the wheelchair the whole time, or
No.
when did you?
I used to walk prior to using the chair. I actually experienced an allergic reaction to a Motrin that damaged my spinal muscles. And this was I was 20 years old. And so that's when I acquired the chair. So I kind of have the CP with an injury over it.
So when you were walking regularly?
I was walking with crutches.
Okay. And then once you took
one
the
crutch
Motrin,
to be specific.
Then when you took the Motrin, it
when I took the Motrin, I experienced some swelling throughout my entire body. And so I spent some time in the ER. They gave some steroids to reduce the swelling, and I'm just happy that they caught it on time, because I think it could have been worse. Like, I may not be here talking to you today about it.
God is good. So thank you for sharing that with us. Now, Chunk.
Chunk.
What's up with you?
Wagwan.
What you got?
What's wrong with you?
Fuck wrong with
What's wrong with you?
What you is? What you is?
Yeah.
Let's set the record straight, because everybody first, when they see me, they think I got shot. That's the misconception all the time.
You didn't get shot.
I didn't get shot. I didn't get shot, people. No.
Right.
I did. No, I didn't do that.
I like you
I ain't
said that.
sneakers. But anyway, I have muscular dystrophy.
Were you born with that?
I actually was born with it, but it didn't develop. I didn't see it until I was like around 12 years old.
So you was walking up until 12?
Yeah, walking.
So what was that like? Just one day waking up and...
One day waking up, my back was hurting. And I was telling my mother, yo, my back hurt. My back hurt. So, after a while, she took me to the doctor, and they thought I was faking it. And
they just thought you was a badass kid, don't want to go to school.
that's exactly what it was. They thought I was faking it, and we went to different hospitals, and telling me nobody knew what it was, because it's so rare. I think they say it's one person out of 100,000 people.
Wow.
So you developed at age 12. Was it always in you, or like did something?
Yeah. Now that I look at pictures and stuff like that, I can see the weight of my hands. I have my hand positioned. That it was always there.
So what does it affect other than
my nerves?
So your
nerves. So I have a lot of involuntary movements.
So it's called muscular atrophy, but
no, muscular dystrophy.
Okay, so there's a difference. Muscular dystrophy.
Yeah, it's dystonia muscular dystrophy. And a lot of people, well, I don't know too many people with muscular dystrophy, but I did look it up, and I've seen a lot of people who walking around, you can't even tell they got it. Then I've seen people who
that's very severe, where they
very severe, very.
So do you think you're on what spectrum, like severe or mild or in between?
If you'd have caught me maybe 3 years ago, you wouldn't see this shit. It's been 3 years, something like that. You wouldn't see this shit. But I think I'm getting
What
older.
you was walking with on a cane, crutches?
No, I was walking, just walking.
Yeah. So you could still
they
walk.
Had me on this medication. All right, I'm skipping stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. They had me on this medication, and it was working, but it had me feeling high all the time.
Oh man,
like you were out of body.
I
know.
But it was working. I was walking around, playing basketball, doing all this, doing all stuff that we normally do.
So if you took that medicine today, you would probably...
I wouldn't take it.
But I'm saying if you did, you would be walking again?
Maybe not, because they told me that it works. It works. It's more effective in kids. Kids. It's more effective with kids. So,
like if you was taking it from your childhood till now, you probably would have.
Yeah, because when they gave it to me, I was in my 20s. So I was in the chair. I'm rolling around the hood, and they give me this medicine, and then I'm out the chair. So people like, what? I come around the block. People, what happened here?
Right.
Wait, so I see you moving your legs, as you can see. So
yeah, I can walk.
You can walk. It's painful if you walk too long.
Yeah, you're not gonna get me to walk far.
Okay.
Not gonna get me to walk
Can you
far.
stand up?
Can I what?
Can you stand up?
You want me to stand?
Yeah, I want to see. Oh, this nigga lying. This nigga lying.
Check my back. Check my pockets. Black Billionaires Collection. Instagram.
Oh boy.
Black Billionaire Collection.
Is this also something that gradually get worse over time, or?
Yeah, it progresses.
Oh, progresses. Okay.
Is there? You eat a certain way, so you can.
I eat that? No. Not really.
He likes to eat.
I like to eat.
So
because I only weigh like $130 and I want.
Is that because of the muscular dystrophy?
Yeah, I never gained.
Okay.
So
since high school, I was
like the side effects is what made you say no to the Medicaid.
Say no to drugs.
And there's actually a operation they could do for it, which they say is effective and it works, but it's brain surgery, and they put a chip in your brain.
Oh, that's the same shit.
And then make it run through your body. I'm like, I'm not living.
That's
like,
just something go wrong, you done.
Right. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta go in for tune-ups. Like, what am I?
They hit
you gotta go for tune-up, all changes and all. Come on. Like, I'm not.
Nigga said hit the delete. Then you miss a payment all of a sudden.
Yeah.
This nigga can't sit your ass down till you pay us back. So, Chrissy, are you able to feel everything in your body?
Yes.
Okay, so you feel everything. You're just unable to walk.
I walk.
So these some walking. He done brung some able-bodied motherfuckers that rented out wheelchairs on this show, y'all. This is some able-bodied shit. Let me. You can stand up too.
No.
Oh, okay, good. So she a little bit more. She with us.
I do walk. However, my endurance after the allergic reaction is not great enough to go outdoors.
Got it.
So you can walk in the house.
Yes.
Like when y'all home, y'all could. Y'all both
in the house, we you know, because and it's a very small space.
So y'all walk around.
So if you see the configuration, you'll be like, okay, I can see why you
living in the city. Trust me.
Yeah, you can just grab it wall to wall. You in the next room.
So do you guys have kids or?
We do. We have one daughter together, and Daytwan over here, Mr. Chunk, has 3.
Okay.
Oh, he with this. So one of them,
including
is
daughter,
yours.
including
so
daughter.
2 and then 1 with you.
Yes.
Okay. So how many kids?
Son is which came out more?
Right in the middle, right? Bam.
My oldest son is turning 27.
Woo! Okay, God is good. Black don't crack.
Today, I don't know when y'all putting this out, but today's my son's youngest birthday.
Happy birthday.
Today is April 29th. Happy birthday.
He turned 24.
Taurus season.
Taurus season.
He turned 24.
Okay.
And I got a grandson on the way.
Okay. Do you have grandkids?
I got 2 grandkids.
2?
Like me.
Girl and a boy?
Girl and a boy.
Okay. And then your other child is how old?
She's 6.
No, I thought you had 2.
I got one that's turning 27 in July. And one that turned 24 today.
Okay.
And a 6-year-old. So 2 boys and
1 baby girl.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your baby's name?
Her name is Trinity.
Oh, that's a pretty name.
She's a doll.
Well,
she's a doll. She's a mess. Y'all want her?
Of course.
She's fully able-bodied.
She's fully able-bodied. Our understanding is that the level of muscular dystrophy and dystonia that he has, girls, it's rare that girls can acquire it. So I think we dodged a bullet.
No, y'all did. You got to clean that. Y'all dodged it. God is good.
God is good.
Oh, first of all, how did you guys meet? First, let's get to this. So I'm curious. How do you guys meet?
At a barbecue. Well, no, we met back in high school.
Yeah, how old were y'all when y'all met?
I was 14, but he does not remember me.
He was some lit dude in high school.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why I was quiet. I was quiet.
You're how old?
40.
And you're how old?
43.
Oh, so he was the older guy in high school. He's 17. You looking at him. He ain't looking at no little girl.
I mean, everybody was looking at me. What you mean?
You seen him? And
all of them was looking at me.
We seen him. We didn't speak. We were on the same school bus. He doesn't remember that, but that's
you was on the
fine.
short bus already.
Yellow bus.
Y'all been ready.
Listen, it's levels. It's levels, and she wasn't at that level yet. Levels. She wasn't at that level yet. Right. She wasn't at that level
back then. That's a big deal.
Now
you ain't see her because you was high.
Right.
Might have been.
I'll get that bitch. You seen the. Might
have been.
I know. You see. So when did y'all? Yeah, both meet.
That was at a friend's barbecue.
Okay.
Back in that was 2006. I was about 25.
Oh, damn. Y'all knew each other for a long time.
Yeah, I was about 25, I think. You know,
So
but
who went to who at the barbecue? You better not have rolled up.
No, we didn't connect then.
Oh shit.
So, you know, it was just kind of like, hey, what's up? How you doing? You know, it was just in passing.
You were walking at the time?
No.
You was in the chair.
I was already.
And he was walking. In 2006, you were walking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a wheelchair, but I wasn't using it. I was driving. Yeah.
Right.
So when did you start using the wheelchair? Just to be clear, like start using it. I know you don't use it like how we use it. But when
in junior high school, that's when they gave me my first wheelchair.
Oh, okay, cool. So when y'all met, it was like, okay, hey, what's up?
Yeah, and that was it. Again, it was in passing.
So when did y'all connect? Let's get to the good shit.
Who bagged who? Who got whose number
ago?
first?
Who bagged
8 years ago. I'm gonna let him.
No, Swaggy. You get her mad? Like what happened?
I don't know what happened. I was just talking on the phone. I was like, yo, this is my friend.
Before talking on the phone, you had to get a number,
8 years
right?
ago, 2012.
Yeah, but we was cool.
Oh yeah,
we
friends
built
it was more.
It was funny because it was more of a friendship that kind of developed over time.
Those are the best ones.
And now I can't believe it. I'm like, really? You know,
because y'all still friends. That's the beauty of it.
To keep it being like she was on me. I ain't even know.
Oh my god!
I ain't know that though. I ain't know it. You know, but she did tell me.
I was honest about how I felt.
So
I wasn't on that.
Yes.
So you wasn't naive.
No, I wasn't on it at that time. Like I was
You
like,
said he didn't
Just
know.
thought she was cool.
You just thought this was your friend.
I just didn't want to be in a relationship at that time neither.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I told her that. You know,
Yeah.
I don't like being in a relationship.
And then
I had just got out of a relationship that was like 20 years. Like
with your first son's mother?
Yeah, so I was like, I'm gonna live for a little while.
I'm gonna be single for a while.
I'm gonna live for a little while, and eventually, God was like, "Hold on, you passing up something good." You know what I mean?
So what made you realize? Because you right now you make it seem like y'all ain't even fucking together. What made you realize that this was the one?
He said God made me realize that he's passing up something
right.
good.
Like listen.
But what made you realize?
I'm gonna tell you. Like during the pandemic, right before the pandemic, I'm gonna say, I thought about it a couple of times, but then.
But wait, y'all confusing me with the storyline because I listen very well. You said y'all been together 8 years. How we talk about the pandemic? The pandemic was 2 years ago.
We haven't met.
The pandemic is what we reconnected.
But y'all baby 6.
We know.
So
and people do what they
do. Y'all wasn't together.
You hear me say I want to have fun for a little while? I want to have fun for a little while. I didn't want to be in a relationship.
Created a little lady that is,
I didn't want a relationship at that time.
He wasn't interested, and we were.
Which was it?
I
don't think that. Yeah, I don't think.
Go ahead, Christy.
It fell back.
We were doing the juicy part.
We were doing what we were doing, and Trinity, I think it's a gift from God. She really is.
Not a mistake.
She was here, I believe.
And that's the Holy Trinity.
Yes, that's where it comes from.
That's where the name came from. And so, I mean, I think with her being in the picture, it all just kind of came together. It made sense. And with the fact that we had a friendship already established, it kind of put the pieces together.
And the respect was over.
It was like I said, when we reconnected, I was like, I'm not going to another relationship. I was just having fun. But at the end of the day, it was just me and her having fun, chilling. I wasn't really
just having fun with her.
I was, because I wasn't checking for nobody else. I kept telling her, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I told her, I was like, yo, you can go be with somebody else and do something else. Because you waiting on me, you're going to be waiting forever. This is real. This is some real talk.
At least you were honest. You gave her a choice.
I was dead honest.
That's probably why you respect her.
But then,
absolutely.
I got slapped upside the head by God.
What was your slap? What was your revelation?
Like right before the pandemic, I was thinking about it. And I was like, I was still being stubborn about it.
And at this point, Trinity is how old?
She was about 4 years old.
Okay.
Something like that, yeah. So, I started to see her. I started to see her doing these things, going above and beyond, and I wasn't checking for nobody. Like, ain't like I'm out. Yo, I don't want to have a relationship. I just want to sleep with every girl. You know, type of situation. I wasn't checking for nobody. She was there
the whole time.
The whole time.
And then you just realize, like, damn, she
I'm
was
looking like, yo, nah. Let me take this money I got and go buy a ring.
Mm-hmm.
I said, let's skip the whole boyfriend girlfriend thing. Let's just get married. That was it.
Okay.
That's
so
dope.
that's how you proposed?
Yeah, kind of like
you just said, no, you didn't do no romantic gestures. You just said, fuck it, let's get married. Let's be married now. All right, boom. One.
You know, we woke up in the morning, I said, you know what, we get married. Might not be able to get back up. So, you know, just do it from where you at.
Baby, he would have had the dog show. He would have had the dog showing me on that one knee. Like, hold on, get down. Get down, nigga.
I get down, I ain't getting up.
Though. When we was able to go out and do it, I reenacted it a little bit. You know?
Okay. But that be the realest relationships when y'all just go, you know,
just
the realest
man.
ones.
Nobody into it.
And let me just add that when it's the one that you don't expect, it becomes the best. There's room for growth. There's room for a lot of different aspects of whatever you want to create.
Yes, but the vibe that y'all give is that y'all genuine friends. Like,
y'all have a good friendship.
Have a good,
like you know him.
It feels like y'all don't keep secrets.
Listen,
y'all friends first.
Oh, listen.
Right, that's beautiful.
Even to now, she lives on the second floor of the building that we live in now. She lives on the second floor. I live on the fourth floor. She's the only person with my key. When I moved in, I contacted her. I was like, listen, I need you to get me in your building. Cool, I got you. Just go check on the application. Whole lot of stuff she helped me with. Long story short, I'm on the fourth floor. Here, you can take my key. So at any time she could have came in and seen things that she probably didn't want to see, but you know, I really cared at that time because I was like, I didn't want a relationship. But now it's like I know she was the one. Why I'm giving her a key for? Like,
so now y'all live together.
And
never nobody's key.
Now I had the key before he knew. And he gave me that key. So I think he always knew. It was just hidden.
If somebody giving you the keys to their space,
you know, that's not.
They know. They just
it's a while for
like he said he probably got being stubborn.
You got PTSD from your first relationship. I
was in a relationship for 20
He sacrificed his 15 years. So it's like after, as a man doing that, a man that does not get to exasperate those feelings before they, you know, reach manhood, you're gonna act as if you're that teenage boy when you get it. You're not gonna want to be in a relationship. You're not gonna want anybody checking up on you like, damn, you're not my mom. And you sitting there tight.
This is why I respect when he said to me, I'm not interested. I respect it because at least he was honest. He could have been stringing me along like everybody, you know, does. And still, you know, getting the goodies because obviously we got a 6-year-old and the time frame don't match when you look at things until you get into it, you know. And so when you telling me the truth, it's up to me to you know, make the decision. What do I do? You know, do I want to just kind of chill in the background or do I just want to do my own thing? I knew I had the ability to go out and do whatever I wanted because there was no, you know, connection other than what it was, you know? But, you know, we know.
Okay, so let's get to the good questions now because we got to the deep shit. All right, now, y'all got to be honest and very real. When y'all both first met, y'all both seen each other in wheelchairs, right?
Yeah.
So when you seen him in a chair, did you ever think you could be with somebody else in a chair, or?
I've always dated within the disability community,
so
all my this is not new to me. Especially when you are born with it kind of changes the trajectory of what you know how you see people. I'm aware you're a wheelchair user, but I don't see that. I see you for who you are, you know? And so for me, I've always dated within the community. And so.
So you've never dated an able-bodied person?
No.
Wow, that's a first.
It's like a deeper connection too. Like, because it's like,
you understand
as opposed to, as opposed to, you know, dating someone, able-bodied person, like you just telling them and they're like, they more so sympathize with you out of empathy. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, as opposed to from a standpoint of like experience, like, and that's what.
He telling us like he been there.
I know somebody.
I know. Wait, I think I know.
Us being in the chair, right?
It was the fire one he showed me. I know.
Yo, whatever. Us being in the chair, right? We always, express ourselves to able-bodied people, and it's just like, yeah, niggas always.
I want a wheelchair, man.
Y'all always people always I feel you, but they really
can't.
It's just really coming from empathy more so than actual experience.
She understands. You understand when you with somebody with the same type of, you get it. It's like,
but even if saying that though, that's like saying, oh, just because I get with somebody that's black, they understand. You know what I mean? Because the disability spectrum is so different.
Oh yeah,
you two have totally different disabilities.
We have totally
so to answer. So I have to ask you the same question. Did you, when you seen the wheelchair, did you ever say I could be? You were dating in the community before too, or?
Yeah, my ex-wife.
She's in a wheelchair as well.
Yeah.
What does she have?
She has. What's the correct terminology?
She's a little person.
Oh, she's a little person. Oh my God, we gotta get her on the show. I need a little person.
Nah, she ain't coming on the show. She ain't coming on the show.
You hate that.
We cool. No, I love her to death. I still speak to her to this
But you
day.
see, I love her to death.
I love her to death. She married. I'm cool with her husband. Cause that's my kid's mother.
So your kids are little people, or they regular? Okay.
I'm just sending y'all pictures. So when y'all
kids are
okay, so we can add it in.
I don't know if I add
it.
They look just
like regular shit.
Everyone's
if I show you a picture, you gonna think they're my little you gonna think they're my little brothers. I'm gonna show you.
Okay, so the first time y'all had sex, what was that like? You was already in the community, so you knew, and then you dated in the community, but it was a different disability. So what did you do? Come here, baby. Open them legs.
I
mean, it's different. It's different from y'all. But y'all able-bodied.
But well, I wouldn't call myself able-bodied.
You're not fully able-bodied, but you could open your legs, right? You can open your legs, right?
But you open it.
Like this.
Listen, I gotta go to the
You mean voluntarily.
I gotta go.
You mean voluntarily.
I gotta go like this. Like that.
What?
I think I will say this. I think it depends on the individual that you're with, because, I mean, for me, I've dated within the disability community, but not every individual that I've dated has been of the same type of disability, and level. So you have to get to know what kind of level, and what works for that individual.
Right. So when you be throwing it back, you wasn't scared. Like, I'm gonna break a muscle on a nigga. You got that muscle tension.
No, wait, hold on.
Nah, I'll be scared. I'll be like,
ask me those questions.
No, I gotta ask her that. These are her feelings.
Listen.
When you did you have these thoughts, like when you found out about it, like because some people say to us, like, they be like, oh, I don't want to hurt you. You have people say that, right?
No.
Like, I don't want to hurt you.
I can tell you,
did you ever have that feeling?
No. No one's ever said, I'm going to hurt you. And maybe because, we've been individuals with disabilities. So that concept of maybe I'm going to hurt you, goes out the window because you're both considered equal, so to speak. You see it from the same platform. But no. So we got this. We got this.
I'll be trying to hurt you.
Yeah, bro. He said we trying to hurt something. He trying to hurt something.
So you be in there trying to hurt something.
Yeah. So, I want you to remember.
Remember the time. Right. Remember the time.
So, would you say that you both have the same sexual appetite, or it's like one of you is more freakier than the other?
I would say it's the same. However,
you look like a little freaky bitch. It's always the innocent looking one.
Call it what it is.
However,
it read you. It read you. Wearing black billionaire clothing. Come on.
I think it's about the same. But, as you get older, things change. So you kind of gotta adapt.
Also adding in the disability with that.
Oh, you ain't never lied. Because
aches and pains
I had at 39. I just turned 40 in March. And I got new aches and pains that I'm trying to figure out. Like, wait, I just turned 40. What happened?
I got a question. As parents with a disability, right?
Yeah.
How hard is it to teach your daughter about like disability, or is it does she like it's easier for her to adapt to you guys, and like what do she see you as parents? Does she see you parents as like parents with disability, or like
no?
Everybody
Because
else, like,
as kids, this is what she don't.
Mm-hmm.
We don't look at. She knows us as being in the chair.
So your daughter have ever asked y'all questions like, "Huh, mommy, why you guys in the chair?" Or you some saying?
Because she's 6 now. That's like
no, actually, it's never come up.
This is her normal.
I think because she's grown up.
She know the help
around people with disabilities, because it's not just
helpful.
her, him and I. It's her godmother. It's our friends that we consider family. We have a big following. Yes, okay. So she is very aware. I'll give you an example. For the first time a few weeks ago, she said, "Mommy, you're a wheelchair user." And the fact that she used the word wheelchair user opposed to just like wheelchair, she calls me Mommy Mobile. And I think it's the best thing that makes me happy, And so I think she recognizes it, but it's not where that's the focus, or she doesn't, it's a part of her every day.
I'm gonna send you a link for a book. It's called like My Mommy, because it's based on a mother who's in a wheelchair, but it's from the point of view of the child, and the child just sees the chair as like a spaceship, a boat, everything but a wheelchair, So I think it'd be nice for your daughter. My son loves it.
Oh, nice! Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, he doesn't. I think to answer the question too, Jesse, because we both like when your kid sees you that way, that's like normal for them. They never look at you like they don't. My son, if he sees y'all, you know what I mean. He's not gonna look at y'all like, wheelchair. He's just gonna be like, oh, they got the same thing mommy has. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing different to him, and I feel like because of it, he's more. It's gonna be better for him when he goes to school.
Definitely.
If he sees somebody in a wheelchair, or he sees somebody with special needs or something like that, he'll understand more. I have him hanging out with different children with autism children. You know what I mean? Because he has to know how to interact, and he's very kind. You know what I mean? So I like that.
Yeah, definitely.
She's definitely gonna be some.
She's definitely destined to do something within this community when she gets of age. Exactly what? I have no idea. Let her be whatever she wants to be.
She gets that from her mother.
She picks up her mother personality.
She gets that from her mother.
Yeah,
she gets that from her mother.
What do you do?
I work full time. I'm employed by Independence Care System.
I see you.
And I'm happy and proud to say I have 11 years in the healthcare system.
ICS is a beautiful program. You need to explain and elaborate because so many people need that.
Okay. ICS is a nonprofit organization providing individuals with physical disabilities with an array of services. That includes advocacy, assistance with Medicaid recertification. Prior to 2019, we would, provide home care services, and so, come on down.
I got my wheelchair from them. We started going to Access because of them. ICS provided me with so many different things. ICS was the reason I found out about Access Project, so I'm grateful for it because it really changed my life.
And ICS is only based in New York.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And we only service and we only service 4 out of 5 boroughs. Yes. We do not do Staten
Island. Forgetting about Staten Island. What about Staten Island?
I can't answer that for you. Okay. The forgotten. Did you just say the forgotten borough?
Yeah, the forgotten.
That's what they call it.
They wouldn't drive me to Long Island, but
take a mule or boat just to get to Staten Island.
So.
What about you?
And you've been with them for 11 years?
I've been working for them 11 years,
yes. Shit, I didn't even know ICS was out that long.
Yeah, they were
Shout out to Diamond for telling me about it.
They've been around for 20 plus.
Because I found out about it over 7 years ago, so I definitely, it's been a while.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about it too.
So what do you
What's your occupation?
Boy, right now I'm just chasing my dream.
What's the dream?
My dream is to get my production company, C&M Productions, off the ground.
Say it with your chest, you put your
C&M Productions.
He's working on his production company. He's going to do it, period.
I'm doing a lot. Like, we're doing a lot. We're doing movies. We got scripts, TV shows we're working on.
Okay, you better book us.
Podcast.
We love my movie or some shit, but we don't.
Yeah, listen. Listen, we are all part of the community. I'm definitely gonna call you.
And you have a podcast as well. Shout your podcast out.
Shout out to the Juggernaut Show. You know, me and my partner Adi.
Juggernaut Show?
Yeah, Juggernaut Show.
So you can find them on Instagram and YouTube. Juggernaut Show?
On any platform, Juggernaut Show.
All platforms.
I know Adi my man.
Yeah, Adi.
Yeah. Y'all got your brother-in-law. What's the clothing line?
Yeah. Black Billionaires, you know.
Okay.
Instagram, Black Billionaires Collection.
And my favorite color is purple, so you know I had to.
Okay, you had to rep.
It looks good. The sweatsuits look good quality too.
A lot of colors, you know.
Yeah, I like the colors.
A lot of different styles. It's Black Billionaire Collection on Instagram. You know?
This is the type of brother you need. If you and sister-in-law, if they ain't repping your shit like this, you don't need them.
You got to remember, you got to support within your circle, and particularly, you know, the African American community. Yes. Has to be supported. You know,
we have to support one another because we go out and we support everybody from every other race. We make everybody else rich, and then they call us poor. You know what I'm saying? Like we making y'all rich, y'all call us poor. But I have been seeing a lot more Black-owned businesses, and even when you look up certain restaurants, this business identifies as Black-owned and shit. You know, so it's fire. That's a dope. This is dope as fuck. You both are doing successful, dope ass things.
Cause polo and stuff. I'm a polo guy. Like a closet full of polo. Closet full of designer stuff, but I'm getting them rich. It's time. My brother been putting in the grind too long.
So when y'all go outside, do people like stare at y'all like?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the wheelchair couple. Like.
Oh yeah. I think people. My biggest pet peeve is when people think that we're racing against each other. When let me explain.
I ain't gonna lie.
We both use motorized chairs when we're down the street, you know, people are like, oh, you know,
slow down.
He's gonna win. Slow down. That's not funny.
We're not kids. Don't play with us. Who the fuck you think you are? Don't play with us.
I got a question. So do y'all think it's your ability to like say something to them, or do y'all? What do you think?
Listen, this one over here never had a fight in her life. Not a fist fight, but.
So you think it's your obligation to say something?
She'll say something.
I will say something. I will say something if I feel like it's
this one
out of line. Some stuff you gotta let it roll off because unfortunately people are looking for a fight. You don't want to create one because of their ignorance. Right. So you have to be mindful of that.
And then I don't want to show my daughter that. Like,
because then you're out with your daughter too. What's the craziest thing somebody ever came out their face and said? Like walked up randomly and just because everybody has those random moments.
What the police said to us, and I'm like, yo, when it was calling us over, remember we?
Oh yeah. Actually, the police made fun of the way we were walking.
What?
Yeah.
The police.
Wow, New York NYPD's finest, huh?
So
what did they say?
It was not what he said. It's what he did with his body gesture that kind of.
What did he do? Like
he said that's why you walk like.
That's why you walk like that, and he had like
because I told him we wasn't we walking the dog around the block, right?
And this is y'all both walking?
Yeah, we
walking. Both y'all walking together.
Okay. She's holding on to my wrist and we walking around. But this is before I had, the wheelchair and all that. I had just moved in the building, I think, right? I had just moved in the building, so I didn't have no wheelchair, nothing. We were walking a friend of ours' dog around the building just because it's nice outside. I don't know what he was calling us for, but I'm like, I'm not coming over there to y'all. Y'all sitting in the car, I'm not coming to y'all. She started to walk over. I'm like, yo, come on, let's go. I'm not going.
And then he said, "That's why you walk funny, or that's why you walk like that."
Yeah, and he had the loud,
and he did it on the fuck.
You have the loudspeaker, the bullhorn, and that when you have CP, there's you jump for anything because of the nerves. So it was like, wait a minute, what? And then when I seen the way he had his body gesture, and it just I saw chunk.
I seen it.
The way he was positioned, and I'm like, no, we don't do that.
She like, just come on. She's
and
like,
I'm like,
come on,
come on. And it was bad. But
disgusting.
that was about
get his ID number or something, man.
But
it happened. To be honest, it happened so fast, and I was so disgusted that all those things that you probably should do in that moment, whether it be get a badge or ID or just take a mental snapshot of like the name on his, all that went out the window.
But that's the thing that you people have to stop doing. And when I say you people, I mean the people that are not a part of the disability community. When y'all see us or anything like that, y'all feel like y'all could joke and play with us just because we joke and play on this show, you know what I'm saying, or amongst ourselves. If you don't know me like that, don't play with me like that, because it will be a consequence. And then everybody expects you to, you know what I mean? People want you to be the angry person in the wheelchair. So when they see you, when they see you smiling and stuff, it's like it's a problem. Like I'm rolling down Soho, and it's, a bunch of people, everybody just asks me, you need help, you need help, you need help. Like, what was I going to do if you wasn't here? You know what I'm saying? I had to keep going, right? So no, I don't need your help. I don't want you touching me. And then everybody's trying to sell weed nowadays over here. And it's like, it's just an uncomfortable feeling because they just see the wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? It's only because they see the wheelchair that they feel like they need to save me. But I feel like I need to save y'all. Y'all selling fake bags in Soho.
I think it should be etiquette classes. That's the thing, right?
Wheelchair, disability etiquette. They need to teach that in school.
But I feel like we're raising, like you say, your daughter, she's definitely not gonna be like them,
No.
Like she's gonna be more kinder
and
more empathetic, towards people with disabilities, and just that go through anything, that have something that they're going through, as well as my children also, because they have a parent that's disabled, Right. So whereas these people, they're grown, they're in their 20s and 30s.
Don't play about people in wheelchairs. They cleared the party out for us. They like,
as soon as we come in, they like, they don't play about me, my friends,
our
nothing.
families like that.
My friends don't play like
Yeah. But anywhere we go, they protect me. Like we used to go to clubs, and they stand around me, and fights will break out, and they always say, "Get live." Like immediately, like when things break out, they jump right in front of the chair and they start pushing everybody out the way. Like, and I'm just sitting there, and then they grab me up, and then we go.
Right. Nobody can
we move a certain way. It's like really militant. Yeah, they don't play.
And that's how you want to be around those people. So
that's gonna go for you
when you're outside. Like I said, because every situation might be a little different, right? And you can also feel when you're out with somebody if you're going to be comfortable with them. So make sure you're comfortable with somebody when you're going out with them. You know what I'm saying? So you don't feel like a liability or something. If just in case something happens, you're in danger. In
this situation, your support system is the most, like having a disability, the people you have around you will have the biggest impact, because when you have a disability, no matter what type of disability you are, you're going to need help. No matter what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
no matter.
Absolutely.
Because even able-bodied people need help. So we just need a little bit more help, and that's okay. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that you're around people that want to help you, that, that want to protect you because they see that you're not fully able to do it the same way you would be able to. And I have friends like that, and I love it. I have friends that'll carry me up any flight of stairs. They'll beat a bitch up, beat a nigga up over me. And it was one time. It was a shootout at a party. Like, it was like a house party. I don't know why I was at a house party in a wheelchair, but my friend literally, she said, "Where Frenchie?" She came, and this is a girl, a short girl. Like, she's like probably 5'2", but we grew up, so it was my best. This is like my god sister, and she just picked me up. She left the chair. She said, "Let's fucking go." And then she was just running down the stairs. It's mad stairs. And then we fell down the stairs. And then I was like, "Oh, God, it's the cops. Thank God." She was like, "I'm sorry for dropping you." I said, "Bitch, you saved my life." And we just on the floor. But these are the type of friends you have to have. Not somebody that's going to leave you. You know what I mean? When some shit break out.
But I'm glad my wife, she's not part of that life. See, when we talk about that type of stuff, I can understand you more.
Okay.
She's not a part of that type of life.
I mean, it's not about being a part of the life, because I'm not I'm from.
No, I'm saying she don't go. You're not gonna catch her at a house party.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna catch her you catch me at a house party.
Yeah.
Maybe.
This was when I was like 17. This was years ago. This ain't now. I do club. I don't even do club no more. Can't even catch me at the club.
She don't do nothing. And I don't smoke. I don't drink. She don't do a lot of stuff. She just don't do.
So you guys never smoked or drink?
I've smoked.
I've drunk occasionally. But when I had my daughter, it just kind of.
You just stopped. You didn't want to do it.
Yeah, and when I tell you it was very occasional, it would be like maybe
birthdays,
2-3 times a year. You know, maybe a birthday.
Do you feel like because of the CP it affects you differently? Or?
No, it's just not my thing. I mean, I don't like the concept of my cognitive thinking to be cloudy. You know, it's already cloudy with the CP sometimes. You know, I'll be like, wait, what? Let me try to figure that shit out here. But, you know.
I tell you, one time she went on like boat ride.
Oh,
Damon.
yes.
Right.
For
Damon the comedian.
Yes. For his 50th celebration, my sister and best friend of 25 years said to me, "You just had Trinity, and I'm gonna buy you a ticket, and we're gonna go out and we're gonna have a blast." And I was like, I don't want to go, and thank goodness I went, because a girl was feeling herself. I will share some pictures with you. It was I was right, okay.
You got drunk,
and I had, but maybe 3 sips of I don't know what, because I don't remember. And when I tell you I was done, I fell asleep on Accessoride. The driver had to be like, "Excuse me, miss, you're home now." I'm like, "Oh, whoa, that's bad."
She came home looking at me different. I was like,
they can say, "Is that you?"
What's up with you? Like, eyes all glazed over.
Try to spin your chair.
My daddy.
So when did you stop? When did you stop smoking and drinking?
I think I was 22 or 21.
Oh, so it's been years.
Yeah, but I wasn't. It wasn't me neither. I would do it occasionally. I would drink occasionally. Like, it never was my thing. I wouldn't roll up by myself. You know how people roll up by themselves?
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah, I'll be somewhere and then roll up. But I remember smoking weed one time on my birthday, and we had so many blunts, and I thought I was gonna die. I was like, my chest, I feel it in my chest. I was bugging. And as far as drinking, my little brother, the same one that does this, he had a I think his 25th birthday party, something like that. He gave me a bottle of Cristal. I'm thinking it's champagne, so I'm drinking it. I tell you, after an hour, I couldn't see, bro. I was like, I couldn't see. I was like, I think it's time for me to go home. I went outside, I threw up, and was like, nah, I want to go back in the party now. He's like, nah, it's time for you to go home. Yeah, and I'm glad I ain't drive that day, too. So it just never was me. Never.
It was a question that was asked that we try to get a question when the guests come that everybody should answer or whatever.
Okay.
They asked if you could be born, again, and we answered this question before, but our guests can answer it. Okay. Like, would you still choose a disability, or would you, like, the way, if your life was the same way if you had the disability, but it wouldn't be the same way if you didn't, obviously. So would you keep it or would you change it?
For me, I would keep it. I think it's made me who I am. And it's introduced me to the community that I'm a part of. I don't know if I weren't born with it, I don't know that I would look at the community the way, from the same level of lenses, because people can see you, but they don't really see you. They see the chair. And so I would say I'll take the CP.
You see, that's why I married her. My answers would never been like that. But
what's your answer?
It's the opposite?
Was he? Be honest. It's the truth. It's a safe space. Well, for the world.
I mean, she made it good. That's a good question too.
Because it's literally your life. If you don't, your life's not going to be the same. You're not going to meet the same people.
You don't have the same child.
Not the same children for you. It's a lot that comes with that. Yeah. So you have to ask yourself.
No. Stay the way I am.
But if you could have it the same way,
like I would still have my kids and everything.
I'm talking about you can't. But if you could have it the same way with all your kids, you would not take the disability, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, I would. But I'll keep it if it means lose friendships that I made. Like I got friends now. Like I wasn't looking for no more friends. I'm 40
You was a loner.
I'm 40 plus.
What's your sign?
I'm Sag.
Oh my God, they crazy. How do you do it?
I don't know.
Hey, why
Sagittarius, y'all the most loving people.
I have to tell you, of the both of us, he is the very calm.
Yes,
I'm an Aries.
Oh,
he's very laid back. He's very laid back. I'm more of I'm the vocal one.
She's
I'm laid back, but I'm vocal.
Oh, so you know everything. The Aries are very know-it-all-ish.
Yeah.
All right, but in wrapping up, I want to ask you guys a question, right?
Yeah.
For any couples out there that's doing the same thing that you're doing, right? Like, y'all have a daughter, y'all both thriving in your career. What is some advice would you give to a newly couple that has a disability and together? Like, what kind of advice would you give them to, sustain their marriage and stuff?
First, Chris, I think you should speak on the fact that why people with disabilities don't get married. And why we got married.
Let's talk about that. Okay. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't take over the show.
No, good.
Well, to be honest with you, people with disabilities, we don't get married because of our Social Security benefits, home care services. It's a full package. And so, we'll lose what we have, and we already don't have enough to financially live on. Right. It's a very compact kind of situation. But I would say that, marriage isn't for everyone. Mm-hmm. However, if you're going to, partake in a relationship, have children, communication is key.
But so to go back on what you said before, so being that the benefits and stuff like that, but you guys still did it. So how did that affect you guys?
Because I believe in God. And I believe God gonna take care of it. So regardless if they would have combined our income.
But wait, that's the confusing part, because I understand if you married like somebody like that's working and they doing this and stuff. But if we're both on SSI, how does that affect our payment if we both
because they combined
disabled?
It's once you combine the check and stuff like that, you make too much. It's too much.
It's too much.
Oh, they fucking.
Yeah, it's too much for the Medicaid threshold.
That's why you gotta get off of that shit before.
So like people with disabilities, like there's people that literally together, but and they want to get married, but they just don't get married.
I have to tell you, I know people that have been together 20 plus years, and they adore each other, but they just won't legally add that piece of paper because it messes up everything.
So there you have it. Nigga said, y'all want to get married, you gonna lose that paper.
That bread, you better have that bread stacked up, or you know what I'm saying? And like and these are the laws and these are things that need to be addressed and needs to change, right? Until you in a situation, you never know what's going on. You're like, oh yeah, these people get such and such. No,
but
it's not like that.
You never know. God forbid, you're hospitalized and this medical decisions need to be made for you, right? And you want that your significant other to make those decisions. Mm-hmm. They are unfortunately unable to because of there's no legal document. So it takes us in the community, hopefully our marriage is an example of what barriers you can break, but people have to be willing. And lawmakers have to be willing to listen.
But we have to be willing to, because if only 4 of us or 5 of us advocate, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to get us anywhere. We're rolling through the city, like, that one day out the year where everybody goes and rolls through and does the thing.
The disability pride?
Not even the disability pride. It was, I seen something where they was like, protesting something. It was like at City Hall. It was a while back. And just things like that, those have never worked for anything we've been doing. Like, even in the Black community, protesting and stuff hasn't worked. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, we got to do something more. We got to create our own foundations, our own funds to help supply and support our people so that they can't lose all of their money or all of the things. Because a lot of our shit is connected. You get what I'm saying? Your apartment could be connected to your SSI. You get what I'm saying? You could lose that. You could lose your Medicaid. You could lose your insurance. You could lose your kids' schooling. You can lose a lot from losing just SSI. So people think it's like you're losing. Nobody's worried about losing a couple $100. That's not the issue. Right. You could lose so much more with that, which is health insurance. And we need that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That shit is thousands of dollars. You see the medical bills, I'll be like, damn, thank God I ain't never had to pay one. That's just crazy.
She works, so she has to pay.
Yeah.
The hospital bills, she has to pay these things.
So how does that work for you, being that you work at ICS? Do you still get SSI or no?
I do not.
So it didn't matter.
I didn't. No, it does matter. It does matter. Yes.
She becomes the head of the household.
It does matter because financially, I'm considered, because I'm working, I would be considered the head of the household. So
they snatch your money regardless. They're going to
and remember, as a Medicaid recipient, although I don't receive the financial portion of the benefit, I still receive the Medicaid. So my equipment and things and my home care services are still being paid for by Medicaid, despite not receiving the financial portion. So you have to, even though, you have to be kind of strategic, in what you do and how you do it.
Gotta move smarter, not harder. If you want to get married, just come hit
But
me up.
It's gotta work.
Be
Just
adjusted.
you know what I'm saying? Like all that work, just get married.
Would you ever get married?
Yeah, I'm gonna get married.
Yeah, I'm gonna get married, but I'm gonna be rich by the time I get married. So I'm not even worried about SSI and shit like that because it's not even something I'm planning on depending on for the rest of my life. This shit ain't
right. But while you have
it's nice
it,
that I have it now.
but while you have it, you have to be mindful. You have to be mindful because you might meet your someone today.
Girl, I'm 25. I ain't meeting nobody.
Where are you 25?
I already put it in my head. You see how you said you needed that time? Yeah, I'm 25.
Girl, 25 was a good age.
That's what I'm saying. I'm waiting until I'm 30 to be thinking about marriage. I promise.
But I mean, you don't. But you.
For the next 5 years. I mean, 4 years. I need that for myself because I've been like how you said you was in a relationship. Yeah. I was in a relationship my whole teen years. So this is like my first time actually being able to be single.
Being outside.
You know what I mean? You outside. I want to be outside. Nobody gonna knock my head off or nothing. You know, I'm outside. So I'm not really thinking about marriage yet, but I do know that I'm going to, I'm going to learn.
You want to be married.
I do know I want it. Yeah. I do know that I'm going to. I think marriage is a beautiful thing. Two people sharing love for the rest of their life. I believe in monogamy. I believe in all of that shit. So once God gives that to me, because it might be tomorrow, it might be in 4 years.
Absolutely.
Who knows? But I'm accepting it.
Okay.
And I would do it.
I
just know that I'm gonna wait till I don't need SSI no more because they ain't about to take my shit.
See, but it takes platforms like this and like platforms that we create and like these shows to bring awareness to that though, because we gotta, even though like see, I'm wearing black billionaires. It's not just because I got money. Like, I could have threw on some chains. I could have threw on, I could have stunned it with a nice watch and all that. But it's a mindset too.
Right, rich is wealth.
It's a mindset. And plus, I know there's people behind us. Like you say, you're 25. I'm trying to pave the way for people that's 16. I might not see the benefits.
Right.
But, the younger generation
coming out. Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I might not see it, but I want to pave the way for somebody else. You know what I mean? I want. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
I want to pave the way.
We just want to say thank you.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you for accommodating my work schedule.
Of course,
girl. Right.
And this was a dope interview. Our first married couple, and they have a genuine friendship. As you can see, they both have on Black Billionaires. Full support and
Instagram
podcast.
So where can we find you? And where can they find you at?
Oh, Juggernaut Show on any social media platform.
Okay.
I'm not on, I have a social media Facebook page, but other than that, I'm, kind of low key. But you can find me.
She's not going to accept your friend request.
If you want, just hit us up if you want to find Christy.
She's not going to accept your friend request.
Don't play with her. Hamia said she can't have no friends, so leave her alone.
Don't do that.
No, these wheelchair niggas are horny. Okay, they would be sliding all up in Christy D. Come on, baby, I love you.
Listen. Where I came at. I hope y'all not a fight though. I hope you're not a fight.
Well, they gonna be tussling.
I ain't fighting with nobody because my wife ain't leaving. I'm happy. I keep my wife happy. I keep my wife happy for a reason.
Period.
I keep my wife happy for a reason, right?
Yeah.
So you can't take my wife because I keep her happy, bro.
Ooh, I like that.
That's why I keep her happy.
I want to thank y'all for giving us this platform. I've sat kind of in the background watching y'all, do y'all thing. And when I got the, call from Jesse, it was, it's an honor.
No, it's an honor for y'all to come. Thank you.
Right, because I didn't know y'all. I didn't know y'all too, but I did know Jess. We met a couple of times.
Yeah, he been telling us about y'all. He been saying we gonna get this couple, so we just trying to figure out the dates and stuff. And now I'm happy that we finally all figured out a date and got here now.
Absolutely.
So this is episode 23. Thank you guys for coming. Make sure you share, like, subscribe. And we got 2 more episodes left. We wrapping up the season.
Y'all gonna
later.
see us later. Let me roll out this season.